Nestled in the gigantic Himalayas is the tiny Indian state of Sikkim. The name is said to have been derived from the Limbu words Su, which means new, and Kim, which means palace. Amongst the Bhutia community, the region is referred to as Demazong or the Hidden Valley of Rice. Irrespective of its geographical size, the region is extremely diverse in flora and fauna, climatic conditions, and demographics. This tiny hamlet is where the story of Sikkim begins. Yuksom in West Sikkim is the town where trekkers bound to some of the higher reaches in the eastern Himalayas camp. That includes the trekking route to the majestic Kanchenjunga, the third highest peak in the world, standing tall at 8,586 meters. A few kilometers west of the town is the wooded region called Norbugang. Well concealed by the grandeur of the tall vegetation lies a structure which is of immense significance as far as Sikkimese history is concerned. The Norbugang Chorten was constructed following the coronation of the first king of Sikkim, also known as the Chogyal. It wouldn't be wrong to assume that this is in fact the birthplace of what would be the Sikkimese kingdom. The consecration ceremony was held by three lamas from Tibet, led by Latsun Chempo, while the stupa was constructed. The first king was named Phuntsok Namgyal. Numerous gifts and offerings were presented by Lepcha and Magar inhabitants of the region during the ceremony. The stupa was said to be built using earth and stones collected from across Sikkim with the gifts being buried beneath it. A new Buddhist kingdom was therefore born, with Yuksom as the capital. The throne can still be seen under a tall cryptomeria pine tree. It has four seats, with the top one intended for Lachon Chempo. An engraved footprint seen here is believed to be one of the lamas who participated in the ceremony. Close to the coronation throne is the sacred lake of Kathok. It is said that the holy waters of the lake were used in the founding ceremony of the Sikkimese kingdom. This is considered to be the sole lake of Lama Kathok Kuntuzangpo, who introduced Buddhism to this land. This lake is said to have been sanctified by him to use it as a medium to connect with God for oracular practices. Lamas perform the purification ceremony of true soul here every year. The contrasting colors of the prayer flags and the greenery surrounding the lake is a sight to behold. On the fringes of the Kanchenjunga National Park, tucked away in the woods on top of a hill, lies the oldest monastery of Sikkim. Situated at an altitude of 7,000 feet, this monastery was established in 1701 during the reign of the then Chogyal, Dhruv Nambiar. Dhubdi Monastery is significant to the history of Sikkim as it is associated with the founding of the kingdom by the three Tibetan Lamas, statues of whom are preserved inside the monastery. This is the only surviving monastery of the four built during that period. One can find the rare Cupressus funebris tree around the monastery. The rare species of cypress was believed to be brought by Lachon Chempo from Kham in Tibet. Over the years, the Kingdom of Sikkim survived numerous invasion attempts by the neighboring kingdoms of Nepal, Bhutan, and the British Empire. In 1950, the kingdom was declared a protectorate of India under the then Chogyal, Tashi Namgyal, after the Indo-Sikkimese peace treaty was signed. In 1975, during the reign of Chogyal Palden Thondop Namgyal, Sikkim was fully integrated as the 22nd state of India post the abolishment of monarchy by a referendum. Being one of the smallest states of India, Sikkim is also India's least populated state with a population of nearly 7 lakhs. The sparse population, along with concerted effort by the people and the government, ensured that much of Sikkim's flora and fauna is well preserved. Sikkim is rich in Himalayan avifauna, making it a paradise for bird watchers. The state animal of Sikkim is the elusive red panda, classified as endangered with a count of only about 10,000 in the wild. Some of the other well known species found here include the burrell, or the blue sheep, which is found in the higher altitudes, and the goral, which is an ungulate having a goat like or antelope like appearance. The history of Sikkim has ensured that it has a highly diverse population. Because of a high degree of interaction with the neighboring regions of Nepal, Tibet, and Bhutan, over the years, various distinct groups have emerged. The Lepchas are said to be the original inhabitants. The Bhutias, Sherpas, Limbus, and Nepalis make for the other predominant groups, each having its own distinct language and culture. Nepali is often used as a bridge language between different groups. Hinduism is followed by a majority of the population, especially by groups like Rais, Gurungs, Tamangs, and Buddhism is the second major religion, followed by the Bhutias, Lepchas, and Sherpas. It is interesting to note that, being an agrarian based economy, Sikkim has the second highest GDP per capita amongst Indian states. A lot of this is to be credited to the organic revolution initiated by the government and brought into practice by the people. Sikkim was in fact recognized as the first completely organic state in the world. The secret behind this prosperity lies in how Sikkim government has helped people create export quality brands, in turn making the organic business profitable. Temi tea is an example. Owned and marketed by the government of Sikkim, the tea grown using 100% organic methods is being purchased across the country and abroad by the health conscious via the online market. Besides, this small state has managed to figure among the top of the list in most socio-economic indicators, including education, justice, access to basic amenities, social security, to name a few. The capital city of Gangtok has bloomed into a major urban hill town with a highly cosmopolitan culture. Being the center for tourists heading to all major tourist destinations, including Nathula in the east, Lachung and Lachin to the north, the city has all it takes to be a vibrant leisure destination. Like most Himalayan towns, this city too has its share of infrastructural challenges. While the growing tourism industry is helping a great deal in shaping the economy of the city and the state as such, responsible and sustainable tourism is the way forward to ensure that natural sanctity of this beautiful state is preserved. Geography of the state too poses a big challenge for the people and the authorities. More often than not, incessant rains bring about landslides that lead to blocking of the lifelines of the Sikkimese economy, the roadways. This is exacerbated by the fact that Sikkim in fact falls in the high risk seismic zone 4, making it prone to earthquakes. The authorities, as well as the people centric communities, have been doing their part to ensure that these hindrances are dealt with in a timely manner. One good example is the highway leading to Nathula. As scenic as it may seem, this route needs constant repair. The Border Roads Organization, in partnership with the locals, mostly belonging to the Sherpa community, work endlessly to ensure that this route is made accessible throughout the year. Apart from serving the tourists visiting the Nathula Pass, this highway is of immense strategic importance. As Sikkim flourishes and progresses along with the country it is part of, we can only appreciate as to how far it has come, overcoming difficult situations time and again and making a mark in being the poster boy of sustainable development in India.